The second project that I wanted to explain to you was one that involves listening to music and then using those listening experiences in the language arts classes to help students get inspired and write pieces of writing, narrative, poem, what have you, whatever you're studying. And this would involve music teachers as well as language arts teachers. And you can also drag in the social studies teachers if you want to get into the history behind the music, and so on and so forth. What the music teacher's job would be is to introduce the piece of music to the students. After collaborating together and deciding on a piece of music that the teachers want to use, the music teacher would then introduce the song, maybe build upon their music vocabulary, talk about the format of the song, the structure of the piece, talk about the composer and the time period. And this is where the social studies teacher might be able to come in if you choose a piece of music that fits into whatever part of history or whatever culture you guys might be studying at the time. It's a great way to pull a lot of different disciplines in through music and using it as a tool to learn about a culture. And after the music teacher has had the chance to build these experiences with the kids, then you can transfer those experiences into the language arts classroom and have the language arts teacher then use those experiences to have the children build beautiful pieces of writing. For example, if they wanted to write a narrative, if you were studying narratives, a great example of a piece to use would be The Saber Dance by Aram Khachaturian. I always love this example because it's a short piece. It's about 2.5-3 minutes long. It's an exciting piece. It's very animated, and it's got a lot of different sections to it that can really lend itself well to a story. What the language arts teacher can do, as well as the music teacher, is ask the students to really find the elements of a story in the music. I always tell my students that a good piece of writing is just like any good piece of music. There's a beginning and a middle and an end. If you close your eyes, you can feel, or you can see, you can visualize a setting, you can see a character, you can see what the problem is, you can see what's going on within the story, you can tell that there is a sequence to things, and there's a resolution at the end. So narrative writing and listening to music really does go well together. Poetry is also another thing that goes really well with listening to music and having that experience, and then using that, your interpretations, the emotions that it brings out from you. If you think of a piece like Clair de Lune, which is a piece by Debussy, you can also bring in the work of Monet and all the impressionistic painters, and ask the art teacher to come and collaborate with you as well. And then once you've experienced that piece of music, that's a perfect piece of music to be translated into a piece of poetry in the language arts. Monologues is another example, to be able to have one character speaking of their experiences as inspired by a piece of music that you might choose. Dialogues as well. In fact, I've used pieces of music to help my students practice their use of quotation marks, to have a dialogue going from one character to another within a piece of music. And the culmination of this might be for the students to share what they've been able to write, to actually bring it back to the music teacher or the art teacher or the social studies teacher, whoever you've been working with and collaborating with, to have a chance for them to really share what they've worked on in their final product. Collaboration and integration is something that I think a lot about. It's something that I spend a lot of time working with and trying to get people. It's a lot of hard work, basically. It's also a two-way street. it's not, you have to try and think that it's not just about what another person can do to enhance your curriculum, but also what you can do to enhance other people's curriculum. We can't think of ourselves as working in isolation. It's no way to teach. When we have students that are going from class to class to class, we need to make sure that we are working together and collaborating. And even if it's not on something of substance all the way through the year, having these pockets of time where students can witness us working as a team with another teacher or another group of teachers is just a really powerful thing. It's a lot of hard work, like I said. It takes time, and some of the best collaboration is really teacher initiated. When you feel a passion for something, when you have a really great idea and you want to share that, not only with your students but with other colleagues, and to get together and expend the effort and the time and the energy it will take to really have something of substance, and then be able to share that with your students. Benefits are really immense, and it's just a great way to model real life teamwork happening in real life, for students to be able to see that and to understand that we teachers, we do talk to each other. We do work together. And yes, we do all have high expectations for you. And yes, we want you to have creative experiences. And we want you to be learners. We want you to be lifelong learners for years to come. Well, I thank you for listening to me. And again, my name is Elizabeth Peterson. I invite you to contact me if you ever have any questions about integration or collaboration. Again, it's a topic that I really enjoy talking about, and I actually also invite you to visit my website. It's theinspiredclassroom.com, and I wish you the best. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.